Let's try and keep it going. Hello, everybody. Good morning. How you doing? I hope your week has started off pretty good, and you're fine, and you're well, and all is good with you. So good to meet you guys once again on this very beautiful Monday morning. So my name is Udeme. I'm going to be your trainer on this tools necessary to run successful business. So I'm going to be talking about several tools that will actually help you, several tools you can leverage on, and some of them are free, some of them are not free, right? And we are going to be breaking it down to show to you um, what you can do with these tools to help you communicate within your team, to help you collaborate, and to help you just basically to make your life easy as a business person, right? So you're going to be doing that in the next couple of minutes, and I'm not here alone. I'm here with Beryl. So you're going to see Beryl in the chat. She's been already engaging everyone there. So be kind enough to say something nice to Beryl. And yeah, so if you have questions also, please do well to ask us questions from this session, from the last session, from every other session we've had. Please be kind enough to answer us. And this is a big shout out to DCR ambassadors. Thank you so much for this particular partnership we've enjoyed, and for the truckload of people that have benefited from this session the past couple of weeks. And we are hopeful, we are confident that you've gained a lot from what we've been doing the past weeks. So what you do for us is to reach out to the rest of the team and let them know that we've started and we need them to come join us, right? So please do us a favor, click on the share button and then copy the link from there, and then reach out to the rest of the team and let them know that we are live and we are expecting okay. And one thing I want you to do for me is for you to locate the thumbs up button. Please locate it and give it a smash. And there are a couple of tools present in the YouTube. If you are using a PC, you see that there are reactions now on YouTube. So you can like, you can laugh, you can be surprised, you can do the 100% thing, you can do the congratulations pop-up thing, and yeah, so you can use that. Also, if you are yet to say something in the chat, please, I want you to say something. So use the chats and ask questions, use the chat, make comments, contributions. I'm going to be throwing a couple of questions and I expect you to answer them. And I'm going to also be expecting you to ask us questions, all right? So Simplis also is here. Simplis joining us from Yaoundé, Cameroon. So say hi to Simplis also in the chats, and ask questions, all right? Don't hold back. And if you need a bottle of water, please grab it. If you need a pen and a writing pad, please grab one, okay? Just grab it, grab something. And I want you to keep us engaged with your comments, questions, and basically just everything, just to be sure all is well. There is no sound. Please let me know. Confirm for me if there is no sound, please. Because I think there is sound. But if Francis is saying there is no sound, possibly it's from my end or it could be from his end. Please let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you see me? You can hear me. Thank you so much. Okay, so Francis, please check your end, all right? Possibly you've reduced the volume of your phone or you've put your do not disturb DND without even this. It happens to me a lot of times, so I completely understand. So check maybe your DND or your volume thing or whatever it is that maybe could snuff out sound for, or maybe your network is bad, so you can just refresh, all right? That too will help. Okay, so again, do us a favor, reach out to the team, the rest of the team, let them know that we've started and we are expecting them. All right, thank you so much. So let me just do a quick name rounds for everyone that's here. Peggy Ella, hi Peggy, how you doing? I wish you could tell us which location of the globe you are in. Now I know DCR ambassadors in Nigeria, but I know I've been having people from basically just all over the entire Africa. So if you'd be kind enough to tell us which part of the globe you are in. I would love it. I'm sure Beryl and Simplis will love it as well. And yeah, so I'm joining you from Abuja, Nigeria. Beryl is joining you from Kenya. Simplis is joining from Yaoundé, Cameroon. So Peggy, hi. Anindon, hi. How you doing? Hello, UK, Victoria. From Adamawa States. I hope Adamawa is fine this morning. Anthea, how you doing? Francis, I hope you're fine and your volume is good now. Chibuzo, how you did? Good to have you once again. Okay, so Francis, thank God you can hear me now. Meduguri office, Anthea. Oh wow. You people in Meduguri and Borno states, the Lord is your strength. Amen. Thank you so much for joining us and everyone that's here. Please reach out to the rest of the team and let them know that we are here. Okay? All right. So once again, we are talking about tools necessary to run successful business. Tools necessary to run successful business. And we are going to be doing this in 3 different segments. Now, the first part, we are going to be talking about getting started with the Google Workspace tool. Now, I'm going to be drawing a line between the Workspace tool and the one you have on your device, or the Google tools we are going to be talking about. They're the same thing, but there are slight differences between the ones you pay for and just the ordinary one that you use, just a free one. We are going to also talk about communication tools across your business, and then we are going to talk about effective collaboration tools you need to run a successful business. Okay, so which of the tools do you currently use in your business? So what do you use? For those of you that do bookkeeping, I'm sure you use one of the tools, right? Maybe you are using it and you don't even know it. So just share with us if you do bookkeeping, or if you are the one that is good with typing and writing a lot of things. You are also using another tool, or if you are using your email to send mails to customers, or you are using Slack to communicate with your team. We are using instant messages, we are using Zoom, we are using Google Meet, we are using what else now? You use WhatsApp. Which one do you use? Please share with us in the chat. What tools do you currently use? What tools you currently use? What tools you currently use? Share with us in the chats. Hello, Fumilayo. How are you doing today? And how is Lagos? The busy Lagos. Okay. Yeah. So, what tools do you currently use for your business, for your work, for your job? Please share with us in the chats. And please, I want you to keep us engaged, right? Don't hold back if you have questions. Don't hold back. Just ask us questions. What you need, when you need it, whenever you need it, and we'll be here. Okay. So ask questions. Ask questions. Ask questions. Communicate with us, converse with the team that is on the ground to answer to you. So what tools do you use? Anybody? Please say something. Email, Slack, WhatsApp, Zoom. Which other one now? Just anyone. Which one do you use? Share with us in the chats. Hello, Aminu. Welcome. Welcome. And thank you for joining us. I recently came across Privy. Now what is Privy? Okay. I don't know what Privy is. Please, if you could tell us what Privy is, I would love to learn also. Is it a tool? Is Privy a tool? Please help me. So what tools do you use? WhatsApp and Instagram. Thank you so much, Ibrahim. Nobody uses email. What about Slack? Nobody uses Slack. WhatsApp, Facebook, IG. Thank you, Fumilayo. Okay. Okay, so share with us what tools you use. What tools do you use? What tools do you use? All right, so let's go on while waiting for you to drop some more replies. All right, so let's define what business tools actually are. So they're just a collection of softwares, and they are more like applications that will help you and help your business to bring efficiency into the whole process, like collaboration tools, communication tools, and customer support tools. All of that's form part of what we call the business tools. Okay, the one we are going to be talking about today is unique to Google. We are going to be talking more of Google tools, right? And it's formally called the G Suite. So you can hear the Google Workspace, and now what used to be called G Suite before, now it's called Workspace. So what I understand by the Google Workspace, like what we define as workspace, is this particular place within your workplace. Okay, so a workplace is a physical location. So number 5, Adeshogun Street in Abuja, that is your workplace. So your workspace is that place you sit in the workplace. That's your office space. That place that is enclosed to you, where you can easily stretch your hand and do this, stretch your hand and do this without so much discomfort of getting up to do things, getting up to do things. So that place is called a workspace. So Google designed all these tools to make sure that you're able to do everything you need to do in the office without so much stress. Go here, get this, go here, get this. So they built everything under that one umbrella and they called it the Google Workspace. So it enables people to work online wherever they are, as long as you have a stable internet connection. And it's a collection of cloud computing tools, collection of productivity tools, collaboration tools, and it gives you the enablement to create documents, create spreadsheets, create slides, and do so much more. You can store data, you can store information safely and securely. And these tools are sold and marketed by Google globally. So, but which of the tools do you know to be called the go to be which of the tools which one do you know as one of the tools that are under the Google Workspace? So which one do you know? I know most of them you must have been using it before now. Possibly didn't know what they are called. So let's share a couple of examples of some of the tools that are present in the Google Workspace. So we have the Gmail, the one you use for your mails, the calendar. We have the Google Calendar for organizing your life, the docs for your word processing, the sheets for spreadsheets, the slides for presentation, the drive for storage, the meets for virtual meetings, and the forms to collect forms. So I'm going to ask you one question. So what tool am I using to present to you right now? Where you're reading the content you are actually watching on your screen from. What tool am I using? So I want you to give me the answer in the chats. What tool do you think I'm using to present to you right now? And thank you so much, Peggy, and everyone that said something. Please, let's keep the conversation coming. Formula. Okay, Private is an app that helps you keep a tab on your prospects and reminds you to follow up too. Oh, wow. Okay, I never knew about that. Thank you so much, Formula. Now I learned something from you. Thank you. And it helps you to compose messages too. Oh, wow. Interesting. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so what tool am I using to present to you right now from all the ones I just read out? Gladys said slides. Thank you so much, Gladys. And just so you know, this is a safe space, all right? Nobody's going to throw stones at you for saying something wrong. No, you are wrong, you are right. I'm also learning. I just learned from Fumilaya right now, right? So we are all learning, right? So feel free. That's what I'm trying to say. Feel free, drop whatever comments you have, whatever questions you have. Don't feel that anybody is going to lash out at you for answering it wrong or for answering it correct. So just keep the conversation coming. Let's have fun as we learn. So what tool am I using to present to you right now? Gladys said slides. Who else has a different opinion? A different opinion. Which one am I using? Say something. Say something. Say something. Say something. What tool am I using to converse with you? What are you reading the content from? Not the video tool, please. Okay? We are using YouTube right now. Which of these tools am I using to present to you? Say something. What do you think? Which of them? Is it Gmail? Is it calendar? Is it docs? Is it sheets? Is it slides? Is it drive? Is it meets? Or is it forms? Only Gladys has given a response so far. Who else wants to say something? Any other person? I know you know. Slides too. Okay. Peggy. Thank you, Peggy. Who else? One more response before I move on. Oluwatomi, hi. Good morning. Welcome. How you doing? Slides. Zainab. Thank you, Zainab. Okay. Okay. So you guys are not wrong. Okay. So I'm using the slides to present to you. So let me do a round of applause for Meet. Okay. Thank you so much, Fumilayo, too. Thank you. We are using, what I actually asked was the tool I'm using to present to you, not the video tool. Okay. Meet is for video. And we are using YouTube right now. Okay. So don't get it twisted. Ibrahim, slides. Thank you so much. All right. So let's go on. So you guys are correct. Slides. Slides is actually the Microsoft PowerPoint that you knew with the Google version of it. We'll talk about that shortly. Chibuzo, thank you. Thank you so much. So please reach out to anybody that is not here, that is supposed to be here, and let them come join us. All right. Yeah, so let's go on. Thank you so much for all those beautiful replies. So let's see how you can get started with the Google Workspace tool. So, like we spoke earlier, it helps you to create documents, create presentations, record, analyze data, brainstorm ideas, manage projects, store files, and can also use them to communicate globally. But why do you need to use all these tools? So you get to have improved collaboration. Now, most of these tools are actually used to help you work at the same time with people. We'll talk about that shortly. And you also have improved communication. You have improved communication around the team. You can work smartly, not just working hard, you can also work smartly. And you also have enhanced security in those systems. And speaking about the importance of business tools, you get to use these tools to create documents, use these tools also to make presentations and pitches, just like what I'm doing with you right now. You can also use them to record, collect, analyze various kinds of data, figures, and it also helps you to present them as well with these tools. And there is the storage system and the storage management also that is attached to these tools. Then you can also have effective networking and communication that the tool actually presents to you. Just basically, summary of it is just to make your life very easy. So let's talk about smooth collaboration. Smooth collaboration. So these tools store your information in the cloud and enables you to share this information with anybody with ease. All you just need to do is just to copy a link, share with the person. That's it. Remember back in the days when the Google Workspace tools were not very popular, what we used to use was the Microsoft tools. You know, you have Microsoft Docs, sorry, Microsoft Word, like it used to be called. It's still being called that way. The Microsoft Word, the Microsoft PowerPoint, the Microsoft Excel, right? So this is just the Google version of it, but this one now is the one that is actually operated by online. We'll talk about that shortly. So all you just need to do is just encourage your team to just click on that link, whoever you give access to, click on that link, and then they can do the same thing that you're doing at the same time. Before now, you need to download, send it through mail or attach through WhatsApp, and all of that. So all of that has been in the past now. You can also use those tools to track changes, can give certain rights to whoever you want to, can want some people to view, some people to comment, and just everything that helps people to work simultaneously at the same time. All right, so let's look at an example of all these collaboration tools. Um, what we have here is the docs, the slides, and the sheets, which are the most popular of them. So let's look at the docs first. So the doc is a very useful collaborative tool that allows multiple users to actually access, edit, and review a single document, basically used for word processing. All of you that love typing is the one you use. So you can remember how the Microsoft Word used to look like, right? So it's just like that, plain page, just start typing, and then you do all the formatting alongside. You create, edit text. But on this one, you edit it directly on your browser. It doesn't need any dedicated application like it used to be with the Microsoft Word. We need to download the application and install on your system, right? Or this one is different. You just need to share the link with anybody, and the person just opens it on the browser, and they're able to make corrections, make changes, work on the same document with you at the same time. And these documents are saved automatically to the cloud, right? While you guys are working on it. Remember back in the days when you are working with Microsoft documents on, long time ago on desktops. If power goes out, I'm going to start afresh. That was when the UPS actually came to play. The people used to buy UPS to plug to their desktops. Those of you that are millennials, you won't know. Like, don't worry, don't even stress your head. What I'm saying is back in the days, all these millennials and Gen Zs, people will not understand. So the UPS came, so the UPS now came to caution that effect, because UPS would buy maybe like 10, 15 minutes for you to be able to save your documents before everything just disappears. Now, later on, Microsoft came up with autosave. So even if your system dies in between, the thing auto saves itself. So even if you come back and just pick up from where you stop. But the interesting thing about this document, this Google Docs, this on cloud computing tools is that wherever you leave it, that's where you come back and find it. It's not safe to a drive on your system. It's safe to the cloud. Nothing can happen to the cloud. It will not get corrupt. Like what used to happen back in the days, you will have to copy it from a flash. Before you copy from point A to point B, a virus either in the flash or in the system will corrupt it and you lose everything. You go and start afresh. So all of those have been rolled away and they're now in the past. So all you need to do just to share that link with another person, and that's it. They communicate with it, work on the same document at the same time. You guys can communicate. I can decide to give you some kind of access. Maybe I want you to be just a viewer, like the document I'm using to present to you. I'm just a viewer. I can't change anything on it. But I can also give you some other person a right to be able to comment. That's maybe I see a mistake on the document. I say, okay, please change this word. I'm able to comment. I can give some people an editor's rights. The person actually will have the right to change something on the slides. It applies to slides, applies to sheets, it applies to the docs that we're talking about right now. Even applies to forms too, right? And now the sheet is more like the Excel you knew back in the days, right? So remember, Excel is basically used for spreadsheet things, analysis, computings, and all of that. So it gets you the privilege to do all of this again online, right? So you're not losing anything if system dies. You're not losing anything if your internet disconnects, and it has the same sharing mechanism. You just need to copy the link and share with people, right? So there's really nothing difficult about using these tools as long as you can click on the link. That's all you need, right? You're not going to be scared of it being corrupt or getting missing along the line, except maybe your rights was revoked, right? Some people's rights could be revoked, or your choice. And the slides now, like most of you mentioned earlier, the one I'm actually using to present to you is more like the Microsoft PowerPoint that you knew. The PowerPoint that's actually used to create slides, to create presentations when you want to go and, you know, present to whoever you want to present to, pitching deck and the rest of them. So the slides offers you all of that, just to do the same thing. And the beautiful thing about all these tools is that if at the end of the day you want to save it like you want to save it in PPT format, that is the format of Microsoft, you can save it like that. You want to download it in PDF, it's your choice. You want to download it, like you can download it in Doc. You can download Google Doc documents in a Doc format. Doc format is a format of the Microsoft Word. You can download it in XLS, that is a sheet, the format of the Microsoft Excel, or you can download it like a PDF, or you can just save it directly. You can share directly from there to your box, to your email, So it's just programmed to make life very simple. Remember, we spoke about how the workspace is supposed to help you to have a very easy life without stressing yourself, stretching here, stretching there at the same time, right? So all these tools are designed to actually help you and make your life very, very easy. Now, if you are used to the Google Forms, for instance, the attendance form that will be shared with you is going to be the Google form that was used to create it. So the forms, for instance, this Google Sheet now, you can export the information from your Google Forms into your sheets, right? So that it appears the way people filled it, including the timestamp. You can see when exactly they filled it, at what time they filled the form. So that makes it quite easy for you to be able to track it, be able to track activities. So you just export it instead of sitting down to copy them one after the other, which would be too cumbersome, right? Okay, so let's go on. Let's look at improved communication, which is the second very, very important thing that these tools help you to do. So you get to have improved communication with the Google's emailing tool. You get to also have make use of the Google Meets, which is a video conferencing tool, and the Google Current, which helps deeper conversation, and the Google Chat, which is for instant chat. So remote communication is actually a way of communicating with others online, with meetings, information, training material shared over the internet. So you get to create all of this, can create all these information tools, communication tools within the team that you work with. So let's look at each of them briefly. Let's talk about the Gmail as a communication tool. The Gmail as a communication tool. So it's a free emailing tool that is introduced by Google to help you to send mails for free. So you can send files as attachments. I'm sure there is really nobody here that has not used the Gmail before. As long as you are using your Android device, you have a Gmail, right? So it allows you to send and receive emails over the internet. You can create groups, can create mailing lists, and then Gmail makes it easier for you to stay top of the work. Can build customer trust by giving everybody in your company a professional email. Like mine could be demain@impacther.org or simplace@impacther.org, whatever the name of your company is, right? And Gmail works hard to keep you safe. It's highly secured. In fact, now if you want to break into like I see some people try to break into my Gmail, you can't because there's a notification that comes to me. If I set my two-factor authentication is on, so you need to break level 1 and break level 2. I need to look at my phone. Even if I'm the one that's trying to get in, I need to have notification come into my device, right? Then I'm going to give that yes first. After the yes, it's going to ask me for the number that is showing on my screen with the number that is showing on the phone. I need to pick the correct one. So they are working very hard to make sure that every user of it is highly secured. Now the machine learning of the Gmail also blocks 99% of spam and phishing malware. And now interestingly, you may even find out that on your spam folder, you can even have important mails that went to the spam. It happens sometimes. So most times it's always good to always go and check your spam for all the messages that maybe did not land on your inbox but went to the spam because of how sensitive the machine learning models are to block all those spam. And then you can also work with desktop clients such as the Microsoft Outlook, the Apple Mail, the Mozilla Thunderbird, and all of those other emails. You can always get to import and migrate your emails from all those other platforms to the Google Workspace platform. And now I'm going to draw a line, but let me just keep explaining. I'm going to draw a line between the one we use and the one we're actually talking about, right? So don't get it twisted. They're the same tools, but there are little slight differences, okay? And now we have the Google Calendar. So the calendar is just this powerful tool that is free, right? And you can use it to organize your life, organize your schedules, coordinate your events, coordinate your activities with others. So you get to improve communication across the team and through the Google Calendar. You get to create multiple team tasks. You can track people's tasks, people's activities, training sessions, vacations. And then you can improve visibility and organize the team. We love to spend less time planning. Just do that on the calendar so that everybody knows what they're supposed to do as when they're supposed to get it done. And the interesting thing about the Google Calendar is it automatically builds itself to synchronize with your Gmail as well, right? Seamlessly synchronizes with your Gmail, synchronizes with your Drive, and everything just happens in one place together. Okay, so let's look at the Google Meets. The Google Meets is this tool that helps you to stay connected and collaborate across with your teams from just everywhere. If we didn't use YouTube, we could have used the Gmail, right? We could have used the Google Meets. So the Google Meets, let's say you went to the calendar to save to create a meeting. That calendar will just create a meeting, give the details, the time. The Meet automatically appears as a video conferencing tool on the calendar. Then I'm going to add people's email. Let's say 100 emails I'm going to be inviting people with. And then after that, I'll send a notification. All of that goes send a notification to all your Gmails. So the Meet, the calendar, the Gmails, they are all working together to make life very easy for you. So you can if you lose one from here, you'll be able to catch it from here. If you lose from the Meet, you'll be able to catch it on the calendar. If you lose from the calendar, you're going to be able to catch it on the Gmail. So all of them are working together to make life very easy. Now I'm going to draw the line here. Now the Meet that you use that is free can only take up to 100 people. But the Meet that comes with the Google Workspace can take up to 250 people. Hope you got the difference now. The one with the G Suite. The one with the G Suite for education is limitless. But the one that comes with the Google Workspace can take 250. The ones that come with the free version of the one that everybody uses every day, that one can take, that one can take only 100 people maximum, right? So there's a difference between the calendar is completely free, the Gmail also is completely free. And what makes this Google Workspace very special because you can always get to customize your Gmail. You may not be able to have udemy at gmail.com. If I use udemy at gmail.com to send you a mail, you just think it's my personal mail. And if it's a business I'm reaching out to you for, you won't take me seriously. If I'm using udemy at impacther.com.org or udemy at google.com to send you an email, you'll be happy, you'll be glad, you know that it's something official. So that's what makes the Google Workspace for Education, the Google Workspace very special and very unique. Okay, so let's talk about working smartly with the Google Workspace tools. So you use these tools to be able to work smart, but it's not always about just working hard. You need to also learn how to work smarter with these tools based on various contexts. You get to streamline your workflows and processes, you get to store and manage your files, you get to communicate and collaborate via one central system. You can prevent threats before they happen with proactive tools. And all these tools will help you to basically just work smartly. Smartly in the sense that let's say you wanted to send documents to 100 people and you need to download a Microsoft documents and copy the file and share it to everybody. No, you won't do that. What you just need to do is just copy the link and just share it to them. That's it, right? Maybe share it in a pool where everybody exists. Everybody everybody just clicks there. As long as you've granted them as different levels of access, they are able to do what you want them to do at your time. So it helps you to work smartly, and then there is adequate security with these tools. Adequate security. There is no infringements whatsoever. For businesses, you have your email that is highly secured. You have your meetings that are highly secured, because even in the free meet, you can't just jump into a meeting. You need the owners, the meeting creators' permission to be able to join any of their meetings. And then you have the Google Drive also that stores those information securely. Then you can share your files. You can also easily grant people certain levels of access so that people cannot just jump into your space to get things. Even the documents you are sharing, people cannot just use it. They need to have a certain level of access before they can be able to do some things. Okay, let's look at the storage tools. The storage tools, the ones you know about to be of the Google Drive. Now, in the free Google Drive, right, you have 15 gig. It used to be 25 gig when we started. Remember back in 2016 when we used to be 25, 2016, 2017 used to be 25 gig. But Google got very, very popular shortly after that. So now it offers to you um 15 gig, right? 15 gig of storage. I've almost exhausted mine. So when you exhaust yours, it's good. It's a personal account now. You can just go ahead to buy some more space for yourself if you want. You can increase your storage, or if you're using the Google Workspace tool, like if you're using a Google Workspace account, you have the leverage to buy Workspace based on the amount of money that you want to spend. There are different plans for different works for different drive sizes, right? You can always check that you can buy 1 terabyte or 2 terabytes depending on what you want. Okay, all right. So I'm going to take a pause for questions. If you have any questions, please, I want you to ask me in the chats right now. Okay, any questions? I'm looking at where I stopped. Okay, so thank you for all these replies so far. And for everyone that has been communicating with us, thank you so much. So much. Hello, Simeon. How is Medigrid today? And all of you from Medigrid, thank you so much for um, for joining us. What was that question I just saw now? Can I get the workspace for free? Okay, I'm going to get to that shortly. But just so you know, the workspace is not for free. Okay, it's one of the few Google tools that you get to pay for. Okay, a few, right? So you don't get to pay for using the free ones, the one at gmail.com. You don't pay for those ones. The calendar you use, the free one, you don't get to pay for it. The 15 gig drive they give it to you to use, you don't get to pay for it, right? So when you want to customize it and make it unique to your brand, right, that is when you need to pay for it. So when you see at impacthand.org, just know that somebody is paying for it to look like that. Okay? I hope you got that formula. Thank you so much for asking. So I'm just trying to preempt myself because that's what we're going to be talking about right now, how to create an account with the Google Workspace. Very simple. So first off, I'm sure the link is going to be shared in the chat. You need to head over to workspace.google.com. So what you get there, what you're going to be seeing is for you to get started. Click on the get started. You're going to be asked to input your business name, and then your contact details will be requested. You just fill in all of that, the number of employees you have, the location of your business, add your contact details, your first name, your last name, your email, and then you choose a domain. So now this is where the difference is. You need to have a domain name before you can use the Google Workspace tool. Now, a domain name will be google.com, facebook.com, impacthard.org, stallion.com, kites.io, right? .ng, something.africa, right? So all of those are domain names. So you need to have a domain name to be able to use your Google Workspace. Remember, the aim of it is for you to be able to customize those Gmails so that somebody will take you seriously. when you're actually presenting business to them, right? So it's either you've purchased a domain from somewhere, possibly you must have done that before you got here, and you can buy domains from just everywhere. You can buy from Google Domains, Domains Africa, Africa Domains, GoDaddy, Namecheap, Google Host. There are a lot of them. There are a lot of domain registrars. You just need to reach out to one of them and get pay for a domain. You pay for it. Some of them are flexible now. You can pay per month, you can pay quarterly, you can pay 6 months, you um, can pay 6 months, you um, can pay yearly, right? And what you just need to find out is if that domain actually exists. What I mean by exist is this: if you can't go and buy google.com because Google have already paid for google.com. You won't be able to pay for google.com. It run into several millions. Somebody's using that already. So you need to find the one that has not been used before. That is the one now that you pay for. Maybe facebook.com has been bought, so you can find facebook.ng. Google.com, maybe it has been bought, so you can find google.ng. Right? So you can change the last string .net, .ng, .org, .io. There are different strings now that exist. .africa. So now the one to choose. So you just buy that domain and then you update it from there, update your business address, and then you set up your login details. You're going to be setting up also your username and your password. So a couple of tips that will actually help to improve communication across your business. Now, the first of them is in-person communication. In-person communication, which is very, very important because you get to schedule, you need to be scheduling regular team calls and check-ins using the Google Meets. The Google Hangout was the tool that was mostly used before the Google Meets came. So when Google brought in the Meets, they now phased out the Google Hangouts. They used to be boring anyway, but so I didn't want to talk about it. So let's concentrate on the Meets. So the Meets, you can always schedule check-ins with your team members. You can always connect with your colleagues and teams across the globe. So meetings have been demystified ever since COVID came to open everybody's eye. So you don't really need to have meet in a physical location, except maybe people are criminals. I need to meet so that nobody can track what you're saying. No, that's not the point here, right? So meetings can be done online, right? From anywhere you are in the globe, as long as there's internet, that meeting can actually happen. Can connect with your colleagues, can connect with your people across the globe, can work on similar projects at the same time. I can on my video, have a meeting with you and be sharing my screen with you. You know, we can work on similar projects at the same time. I can collaborate with you, and you can also join with mobile. You can also join with desktop devices. So all of these are presented to you with the tools that are actually available on the Google Workspace platform. Another tip to help you communicate is for you to stay organized. And how do you stay organized away from the Google Calendar, which is actually what will help you to organize your life? Because the calendar is a very, very interesting tool, I must say. Before I got used to using the calendar, I used to lose a lot of schedules, trust me, and it wasn't even funny. So I had to get used to um, using the calendar. So it's a powerful tool. It's free, right? But it's going to help you to stay organized. It's going to help you to keep your life in order. You know what is happening between this hour to this hour, so that nothing else comes into that particular hour. You know what is happening between that hour to that hour, so that nothing else comes in between also. Remember, the calendar is synchronizes automatically with your Gmail and synchronizes automatically with your Google Meets, right? So it's a three-in-one thing that everything just jams up together. And you can't lose this information because they're automatically saved up in your drive. It's safe, it's completely safe, right? Nobody can penetrate your drive, right? So at the same time, when nobody can penetrate your drive, it means that nobody can see, nobody can infringe on your documents and every other thing that has to do with you, as long as this workspace is concerned. Again, also another tip is that you get to create a mailing list. Create a mailing list. You create an in-person communication. You stay organized. Create a mailing list. And mailing lists are important because you want to be sending regular status updates to people. Mailing lists, like you can say maybe teams at impactor.com or sales at impactor.com, marketing at impactor.com, you know. So all of that can just be different mailing lists that you've created so that you can send one information to a whole team. You can always carbon copy. You see that CC thing when you're sending emails. You can always copy everybody with a mailing list. Everybody in the particular mailing list will just be captured in that particular email. So you can share invites, can share materials, resources, you know, and it will help you in increasing visibility and creating of community. Right. So all of this is going to assist you to improve communication across the team. And then you can also create rooms, and can create projects as well. So that this will ultimately assist you in just having a proper communication around the team. And what tool do you use in cases like this would be the Google Meet, which is actually very, very secure. So you can create different breakout room on the Google Meet, right? So that people can also get to have their in-house conversation, just like if you in a full conference, right? In a full conference, you want people to have a breakout session. So you can create table one, table two, table three for a breakout session. But in the Meet also, you can create breakout rooms for different cohorts, right? To have a communication. Then you can create a mailing list. You can create a mailing list also. You can create rooms also in Google Chats or in your Gmails. So all of this will enable you to share teams, to share ideas as a team, share project ideas, exchange thoughts, and all of this brings a strong sense of community building. I remember the Meet can permit you to spend to can accommodate the Meet that comes with the Google Workspace can accommodate up to 250 people, different from the one that can only let you handle 100 people maximum. That's a free one. Okay. All right. So do you have any questions before we go to the last part? This is going to be your activity. I'm going to need you to do something for me. I'm going to need you to do something for me before we call it a day. Yeah. Any questions? So far, so good. Any questions? Please, you should ask me a question. Is there anything I explained that you don't understand? So all these tools, yes, they are free. The one you know is free, but the one with the workspace is not free. All right, so don't get it twisted. And the only difference there is that you want to be able to customize those tools according to your company name, right? You can create an email that has people's names on it to make you look more serious when you're doing business and you have more leverage to be able to accommodate excuse me to be able to accommodate more people with all those tools. The forms, the slides, the docs, the sheets, all of them have little extra features that you now find in the free one that is actually available in the paid version for the Google Workspace. So do you have any questions? Setting it up is very, very simple. All you just need to do is just to follow that link that was shared in the chat. The link that was shared in the chat, and just follow the process and just set it up. Very simple process, right? So you just get it done, and just get it done, and that's it. So do you have any questions? So far, so good. Before we have one activity, before I let you go. And again, this is a big shout out to DCR ambassadors. Thank you for the amazing work you've done with this particular collaboration, and thank you for making it happen. And for those of you that have been benefiting from it, you would love to say something nice to the DCR ambassadors. So please reach out and say something nice. Maybe use an emoji and say something nice to them. Okay. So since there are no questions, you like to know how to access them, Stella. Okay. If you look up two, three spaces above, you are going to see the link that Beryl shared. Okay. Beryl shared a link. That is a link where you click on to get started with the workspace. Okay. So like I explained, the workspace is more like designed to be able to give the user the ability to do a lot of things at the same time without too much stress. That is how the workspace is That is how a workspace is defined in ergonomics that when I studied ergonomics in my final year. It was a topic under production engineering, my final year. So ergonomics was just one of the topics. To be the ability to be able to get things done um, in a workplace, sitting from one place is what actually is defined as a workspace. So the Google Workspace houses a lot of tools, right? It houses a lot of tools from the emailing tool to the tools that you use to create presentations like the ones you're watching. There's the slides to the Excel to the ones you use for spreadsheets and for analysis, and to the word processing tool, the ones that the Google Docs, the ones you use for writing, you know, and doing every kind of content, and down to the storage tools like the Google Drive. The Google Drive stores all these materials that you have the conferencing tools like the Google Meets. You have the forms, the ones like the form that will be shared with you for attendance shortly was created using the form. You have all those tools brought under one umbrella and called the Google Workspace, so that you're able to do a lot of things at the same time without too much stressing out on yourself, right? Now, we went ahead to explain that all these tools are available for free from your Gmail, the one you use, right? But the difference between that one that you use, your Gmail, the docs, the sheets, the slides, the meets, the forms, and the rest of them, the difference is that with this one now, you can get to customize it. Your own email is going to be maybe fumilayo@gmail.com, maybe booker at gmail.com, mercy at gmail.com. It's going to be at gmail.com. But this one, you can customize it with at your domain name.com. For instance, it can be Udeme, it can be Peggy at impacther.org, Annie at google.com, you know, Fumilayo at facebook.org, facebook.com. You can customize it. And now, why it is actually used for work for businesses is because if I send a mail to you with my at gmail.com, you won't take me seriously. I personally will not take you seriously. But if you see at impacther along the line.org or at Gmail or at facebook.org, maybe Stella at facebook.org or Stella at google.org or .com, anyone that it is, right? If you see at something at a domain name, I'll take you seriously. I'll know that, okay, this is coming from a brand, right? And the free tool that you have, like the Google Meets that only permits 100 people, will permit 250 people with the one on the Google Workspace. The space that you have on your drive is 15 gig, but on your personal Google Drive is 15 gig. Stores everything, stores the form you have, the docs, the slides, the sheets, the meeting links, and the calendars. Everything is stored in that place, so you can't lose anything. That's the truth. So the drive secures everything, highly secured, right? And the drive you have on the workspace is way higher than that in capacity, and you can even have the room to expand it. Even on that, your free one, so you can even buy some more space, right? So now you just need to go set up on workspace.google.com. So you just set it up, your name, the business details, and all of that, and then you just start customizing emails for everybody on your team. And don't forget, you have 1 month free to use it for free. Yes, there's a free period, there's a free trial period for 1 month. So you can use it for a month before you start paying, being guided with the plans, the various plans that are actually available on the Google Workspace platform. And I think it's cheap enough. I think it's about $6 right now per user per month, right? So you need to put all of that into consideration before you get started with it. Yeah, okay, so no questions. So far, so good. So I was just trying to do a recap for Stella to really get me. Stella, I hope you got something. Please say something. Let me know if you got something out of all those my explanation. And thank you so much for asking. All right, so let's do a little activity before I let you go. So what you're going to do for me now is to open your devices, maybe your Android or maybe your, if not Android, I want you to open your Google, what's it called now? Apple Store. Either your Apple Store, right? Or your Play Store. So I want you to open your Apple Store, your Play Store, and head over and type, click on the search, click on the search. So you're going to be downloading the Google Docs, the Google Sheets, the Google Drive, and the Google Meet into your device. Please do that right now. How can you save files on Google Drive? And I'd like to know if I can access it without data. Very, very beautiful question. Okay, it's 14 days now. Thank you so much, Fumilayo. They must have cut it short. It used to be 30 days. Thank you for that observation. Thank you for me. You've taught me the second thing today. All right. Yeah, how can you save files on Google Drive? Very simple. So let's say you just open your drive. You look at the top right corner, top left corner. You're going to see a plus sign. So you click on that plus sign. You're going to see create file. So you just click on that, and then you're going to be able to upload. You're going to see upload as one of the options. So you just click on upload, and then you'll be able to upload anything you want, be it video, document, pictures, whatever it is. You can even create folders so they can keep it organized, right? Can keep it organized. That's I'm describing now. If you are using a PC, if you're using a system, it's going to actually look different if you're using a phone. So what you're going to see is either a file upload or a folder upload. So you can even move an entire folder that contains a lot of things to your drive. You can move one file each at a time. Okay. If you are saving the file from Canva, you can just share from Canva to your drive. What you need to do is just link your Gmail to your Canva. So you can just share directly to your drive, to your Google Drive. It goes there directly. You can use folders to keep yourself organized. You can look at my folder and still see pictures of maybe like 10 years. No, not 10 years. Which year are we? Maybe like 8 years ago. Yes. Maybe like 8 years ago. Right? So um, you don't want to stop knowing how to use the drive. And no, you won't be able to access them without internet. You need the internet to be able to use all these tools. You won't be able to use any of these tools without internet. That is why they are cloud-based. Cloud-based then means they are just saved in the cloud, and you need internet to be able to access content in the cloud. Stella, I hope that made sense. Thank you so much for asking. Please download those tools, download the docs, download the sheets, slides, drive, and the meets, and then you just need to test them out. Okay, so test them out and see how they work. Test out the docs, then test out the share button. You get to see the share button at the top right corner, right? So click on the share button, and maybe you add somebody's email, and then grant the person access, can grant the person viewers rights, can grant the person a commenting rights, or you can grant the person an editor's rights. So if you share one link, if you share the link of a commenting rights to maybe an editor's rights to all of us on this call, that automatically means that all of us can edit that same document at the same time, right? Can edit the same document at the same time, and not necessarily edit the same document at the same time, and not necessarily just communicating, not necessarily just writing. Okay, so that makes it more fun. So if you have any questions, please reach out. Have you done that? Have you been able to download something? Have you been able to install it? Please install and make use of it. All right. So if you have any questions, I'm here before we jump off. Any questions? I hope you understand the difference between the one you're using and the one I just finished explaining. Any questions? Okay, so remember to follow Impactor on these platforms. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and all those links will be dropped in the chat. And be Please, the attendance too is going to be dropped. Please fill in your attendance properly so that we'll get to receive your certificates. You get to receive your certificates with your correct names when it's time. All right. Thank you, Stella, and thank you so much, everyone. So please say something nice to DCR. Say something nice to DCR ambassadors and for making all these sessions happen for you guys. And please use the emojis and say something. I've used mine right now. I hope you can see it. Yep. Okay. So fill in your attendance. Fill in your attendance. And follow us on social media platform: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All right. So see you guys on the next session. Let me see when is that coming up. The next session is going to be on the 21st, which is going to be on Wednesday by 11 a.m. So Wednesday 11 a.m. you are going to be having connect with customers using Google Ads. So you're going to be talking about how to run ads. For those of you that used to think that ads are difficult, you're going to break it down, more like demystify it to show to you that they are not as difficult as people make it seem like. So come prepare on Wednesday, same time to learn and learn and learn and learn. All right, guys, thank you so much. I wish you the very best of your day and the best day and the best days of your week. All right, so see you on Wednesday.